Ever wondered how $10,000 caviar is actually made? These sturgeon that produce premium caviar aren't just raised for a couple of years. Many females must be farmed for around 13 years before they can finally be harvested for the first time. This facility tucked away in the valley is doing exactly that. It looks pretty ordinary on the outside, but inside it uses a recirculating aquaculture system. Once the doors swing open, rows of blue farming tanks are revealed. They don't just throw the fish in the water and walk away. First, they have to stabilize the water environment. These black plastic bioballs by the tank act as media, providing surface area for nitrifying bacteria to colonize, which gradually breaks down ammonia excreted by the fish. The metal drum next to it is a mechanical filter that intercepts suspended solids and waste first, which, paired with continuous aeration, maintains water quality even during high-density farming. Such high water inflow is required because sturgeon demand high oxygen and clarity. With clean water constantly circulating, the fish can grow steadily over many years. When they first start raising them, the juveniles are actually tiny. The small fish held by the worker here is a young sturgeon. From its mouth placement and belly structure, you can already spot the signature traits of the Acipenseriformes order. After the young fish are introduced, they must adapt to the water body before slowly establishing their feeding rhythm. They seem slow underwater, but these fish have a very long lifespan. And precisely because of this long growth cycle, caviar commands such a premium price. At different stages of growth, their feed sizes also vary. Small fish eat fine pellets, while larger fish switch to bigger sizes. Scattering feed instantly churns up the surface, indicating high stock density and normal feeding responses. Once they reach adulthood, the fish in the tank look completely different. Workers must wade directly into the water to haul out target individuals. Some are even albino specimens, which look quite unique. But regardless of color, what really matters is sexual maturity and egg development. Large sturgeon like these are incredibly strong, making harvesting physically demanding, especially for older females. Once they gain significant weight, lifting them is a two-person job. Reaching this stage already represents years of burnt time and capital. The selected individuals are then transported separately. The ones truly suitable for egg extraction are massive fish weighing tens of kilograms. From the tank to processing, the transit time must be kept as short as possible, because what follows is food-grade processing, not standard slaughtering. The fish are placed in transport containers and sent for washing and breakdown. Once brought outdoors, they go into a water-filled tub to rest. The fish thrash violently at this stage. Generally, the larger the fish, the higher the yield. Before entering the workshop, workers sanitize themselves. Lint rollers remove surface dust from protective suits. Tall boots are scrubbed clean separately. Hands are rinsed first, then washed thoroughly with soap, missing no gaps between fingers or under nails. They are dried after washing, followed by a final round of alcohol disinfection. Since high-end caviar relies little on heavy seasoning, strict hygiene controls must come first. Before processing begins, the belly is washed with high-pressure water. Multiple sturgeon rest on the cleaning table, following a highly standardized process. Opening the belly to extract the eggs, an incision is made along the sturgeon's abdomen, exposing two large black masses of roe sacs inside. The outer membrane wrapping the eggs is peeled off first, revealing the actual granular caviar raw material. Comes out in a solid mass because it's bound by connective tissue and membranes. So the first step isn't seasoning, but breaking apart the structure. After processing the carcass, the roe is transferred to a fine mesh screen. Sifting is a crucial step. Workers gently rub the roe clusters to push the eggs through the mesh, leaving membranes, blood vessels, and tissue behind. A delicate touch is essential here. Press too hard and breaking membranes ruins value. After sifting is complete, the eggs undergo repeated rinsing to wash away lingering blood, mucus, and fine impurities as much as possible. Purified water is used throughout this process. Once rinsing is finished, glossy black caviar flows down. This point, the raw material closely resembles the final product. But they aren't done yet, because defective eggs ruin high-end caviar. Workers hand-select eggs under bright lighting, whitish, incomplete, or abnormal eggs must all be picked out. Only after thorough sorting do they move to seasoning and portioning. Residual caviar on the screen is gathered up and poured into a stainless steel bowl. After weighing, a measured white powder is added, which is controlled salt powder. It affects both flavor and shelf life stability. After adding it, you must stir gently, using a scraper to fold it in slowly. The goal is to distribute salt evenly while keeping the delicate eggs intact. Once mixed, the caviar goes back into a container, leaving no waste at the bottom. Then it's sealed tight with plastic wrap to allow for cold resting. After pressing the edges, the tray enters the chiller. After resting, the caviar is retrieved for tinning. Uncovering the plastic wrap, its texture appears much more stable. Workers scoop it into golden tinplate cans, carefully cross-checking the weight for each box. They top off any shortage, then smooth out the top surface. Pressing a spatula across aligns the grains much more neatly. After putting on the lid, it enters a vacuum sealer to minimize oxidation and ensure stability during transport and storage. Sealed tins are organized by batch, with date labels applied to the side before entering cold storage inventory. This point, a sturgeon raised for years finally turns into a commercial product. Brand and specification labels are applied, with product details and barcodes placed at the bottom. The caviar tin, a mother-of-pearl spoon, ice packs, and instructions go together into a shockproof box, ensuring temperature stability and product integrity for the customer. The final product shows distinct, firm grains, with a natural sheen on the surface. It can be enjoyed directly, spooned onto sashimi, eaten straight from the tin, paired with crackers, or used as a luxurious steak topping. But no matter how it's served, it all relies on that 13-year farming cycle, complete water filtration system, strict hygiene protocols.
但不管怎么吃，前提都是前面那13年养殖周期，整套水处理系统，严格的卫生流程和一条母鱼大约